Hi, Laurie. Welcome. Hope you're having a good day so far. We're going to be starting in just a minute. If you want to get yourself cozy, starting off in Shavasana. So today's practice is Vinyasa flow. It might be a little bit more of a gentle flow, but it is going to be core focused. So the gentleness will be probably more focused on the upper body and legs, and then drawing in more focus into the core. I know myself, I feel like my core is not as strong as it should be, just with all the sitting that's been going on the past month or so, 2 months now. Welcome to everyone that's joining. So let's begin. Starting off in Shavasana, laying flat on your back, legs extended long, arms to your sides and palms to the sky. Allowing yourself to settle on your mat. Taking whatever adjustments you need to make yourself that much more comfortable. Once settled, let the eyes gently close. Begin your practice with a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth, letting tension melt. And allow the breath to return to a natural rhythm, breathing with ease, in and out of the nose, deep into the belly. Calm and fluid breath, drawing in energy with the inhale, letting tension melt with the exhale. Draw awareness to where you're pulling tension. Maybe it's in the jaw, chest or shoulders. Maybe in the belly or the hips. Let the body melt into the ground below you. Focused on the present moment. The feel, the sounds, maybe even the smell. On your next inhale, invite small movements to the body, inviting movements to the hands and feet, maybe into the elbows, and slowly reaching your hands overhead, rocking your head from side to side. Reach your feet away from the hands, get a full body stretch. Engage the glutes, engage the legs. And let the body relax, lowering the arms to your sides. Bend the knees, place your feet flat to the ground. Feet are directly underneath the knees, as wide as the hips, and gently rock the knees from side to side. Belly's nice and relaxed. Draw the knees into the chest, hold the knees with the hands, and create small circles, clockwise and counterclockwise, making sure to roll in both directions. Coming to center, arms to your sides, keeping your feet off the ground, knees and feet together. Exhale, lower the legs to the right, stopping the legs from touching the floor, getting as close as possible. Maybe lingering in the twist for one full breath. Inhale, draws the knees back up to center. Flowing from side to side. Inhale to center, exhale to twist. Maybe using that full breath in the twist. Coming back to center, feet to the floor. Exhale, press your feet into the ground, lift the hips high. Nice long line from knees all the way up to the shoulders. Or I should say, all the way down to the shoulders. Inhale, exhale, lowers the hips back down. Sorry, inhale, lowers the hips back down. Exhale to press and lift. You want to be engaging through the glutes. Let the hips return to the floor. Lift your feet off the ground. Shins are parallel to the ground. Reach your hands into the sky, opening the palms to the ceiling. Dead bug. Drawing the abdomen to push the lower back into the floor. You should feel a deep contraction in the core already. You can stay here in the isometric hold, or if it's available, On the inhale, reach the right hand out, extend the left leg long. Make sure the lower back doesn't lift off the ground. Inhale to reach, exhale back to center, alternating from side to side. When the abdomen can take no more, hold the knees, gently rock from side to side. Making your way to your hands and knees, either rolling to one side and press yourself up, or rock and roll forward and back, creating momentum. When you're ready, plant your hands. Try to lift the hips off the ground. Trying to slip the legs in between the arms to set up into your tabletop. Flowing through the cat-cow, inhale, roll the hips, the belly sinks. Lift the tailbone, open the heart and look up. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, round the spine, head sinks between the arms. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Next time the spine rounds out, that'll be the last time. Using an inhale to return to a neutral spine, setting up for bird dog. Inhale, reach the right hand out and extend the left leg back, reaching through fingertips and heel. Try to keep the nose and belly button centered on the mat, pausing at the top for one breath. Following exhale lowers everything down. Alternating from side to side. Inhale, reach. Pause for the breath. Exhale, lowers. If you want to make this a little bit more challenging, open your hands and knees wider than the hips and shoulders. Keeping the nose and belly button centered on the mat. That's the key aspect of building core strength. You should feel a cross contraction. One more full round. Once you've completed the round, walk your hands forward. Let the shoulders drift forward, placing the shoulders directly over your palms. Modified plank pose. If you're feeling strong and stable, flip the toes and lift the knees for full plank pose. Exhale, press into the hands, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Pressing through the hands, reaching through the shoulders. Find length through the spine.
Ankles are relaxed. Knees can be bent, especially if it causes the lower back to round. On your exhale, walk your feet into the hands, forward fold. Allow the torso to hang. Inhale, halfway lift, straighten the legs, flatten the spine. Roll through the hips and reach the ears to the front edge of the mat. Finding length through the back of the leg and through the spine. Make sure you're not tilting the chin up. You want to reach through the crown of the head, the top of the head. Lengthen through the back of the neck. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, stand tall, reach the hands high. Exhale to open through the front body, taking a small back bend. Inhale for length, reaching hands and head away from the hips. Exhale for depth. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Hinging in the hip, weight even through the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Ground your palms. Step or maybe hop your feet back to plank. Exhale lowers you through the downward push-up, trying to hover the body off the ground for chaturanga, low plank. Inhale, press the hands, lift the head and chest. Cobra or up dog. Exhale the hips up and back, down dog. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale to step or hop your feet up to the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand tall, reach the hands high. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Ground your palms. Step or hop the feet back to plank. Pausing in plank, nice long line from head to heels. You want to make sure that the hands are not way in front. If the hip is up in the air, more like a down dog, and you feel it loading too much weight into the hands, you can drop to the knees. Exhale, lowers you down. Inhale, press, lift the head and chest. Exhale the hips up and back, down dog. Inhale, reach right foot high. Bend the knee and stack the hips. Opening through the right side of the body, reaching that right foot as far out as you can. Exhale, swing or step the foot through, in between the hands. Ground the left palm. Inhale, reaches right hand high. If you want an extra challenge into the core, draw the left hand to the left thigh. Exhale, lowers the right hand to the inside of the foot. Inhale, reaches left hand high. Keep the arms as they are. Drop the back heel on a 90. Inhale, press into the front foot, floating up into warrior two. Shoulders relaxed. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, hinge in the hip. Triangle pose, reaching the right hand forward. When you can reach no further, hand drops to the leg. Reach the left hand high. If you want to open deeper through the core and chest, drop the left arm behind the back, reaching for the right inner thigh. Try to open the chest to the ceiling. Exhale, lowers the left hand to the ground. Let the back heel lift. Let the core roll down to the thigh, chest to knee, head to shin. Balancing pyramid pose. If you want to challenge your balance, draw your hands behind you, interlace the fingers. And try to straighten the elbows. Exhale, ground your hands. Bend the front knee to strength. Shift your weight into the left hand. Step the right foot back. Reach the right hand high. Side plank. Dropping the left knee if you need to. Whether you're posting on it or if you're relying a little bit less, you're halfway down or fully extending the leg. Your feet can be staggered, stacked, or in whichever variation you're in. To take it a little bit further, you can lift the top leg. Exhale, lowers the right hand. Flow through the vinyasa, lowering down. Inhale, press, lift the head and chest. Exhale the hips up and back, down dog. Inhale, reach the left foot high. Bend the knee and stack the hips. Reach on the left foot as far out as you can. Exhale, swing or step the foot through in between the hands. Ground the right palm. Inhale, reaches left hand high. Option of drawing the right hand to the right thigh. Exhale, lowers the left hand to the inside of the foot. Inhale, reaches right hand high. Keep the arms as they are. Drop the back heel on a 90. Inhale, press into the front foot, floating up, warrior two. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, hinge in the hip, reaching the left hand forward, triangle pose. You're trying to keep the spine straight. Don't let the spine round. Trying to drop the rib cage to the thigh. Maybe opening through the chest and spine by dropping the right arm behind the back, reaching for the left inner thigh. Try to open the chest to the ceiling. Exhale, lowers the right hand to the ground. Let the back heel lift. Exhale to roll the belly to the thigh, chest to knee, head to shin. Pyramid pose or floating pyramid pose. Maybe even reaching your hands behind you, interlacing the fingers, and straightening the elbows. Exhale, ground the palms, bend the front knee to strength. Shift your weight into the right hand. Step the left foot back and reach the left hand high. Side plank. Try to lift the hip. Don't let it hang. Exhale, lowers the hand. Flow through the vinyasa. Allow the hips to sway from side to side. Drop down to the knees. And send your hips to your feet, child's pose. Slow, calm, deep breath deep into the belly. If the breath or belly feels compressed or restricted, open your knees. If you need more time in child's pose, take the time you need. If you're ready, inhale slowly lifts you up into your tabletop. Flip the toes underneath your feet. Exhale, press into the hands and toes, lifting the knees an inch off the ground for bear pose. If it feels good, you can incorporate a cat-cow into bear pose. Inhale, lift the tailbone, sink the belly and look up. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, round the spine, head sinks. Exhale, press into the hands, send your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Slowly walk your feet to the outside of the hands. Semi-wide leg forward fold. Allow the torso to hang, cross the arms. Let the body sway from side to side. You want to open through the chest and shoulders, reach your hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, press the palms together, trying to straighten the elbows and let the hands drape over the body. Exhale, lower the hands. Give a slight bend to the knees. Inhale, ragdoll yourself up, rolling the spine into a standing posture. Reach your hands high. Interlace the fingers. Exhale, lean to the left, reaching through the right arm. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale to the opposite side, reaching through the left arm. Inhale to center. Exhale to reach over. In this posture, unlike side bending, the regular side bending, you're trying to draw the hip to the shoulder. So I'm leaning to the right shoulder and right hip are trying to meet. Inhale to center. Exhale, hands to heart, shift your weight into the left foot, draw the right foot in for tree pose. Either keeping the ball of the foot on the floor or lifting up to the calf, maybe all the way to the inner thigh. You can keep your hands at heart. You can have open palms or reaching for the sky, whichever variation that's calling to you. Slowly point the knee towards the front. Drop the left hand to the outside of the knee. Reach the right arm back. Exhale, slowly lowers everything down. Inhale, reach the hands high. Reaching the hands up and away from one another. Open the heart and chest. Standing star pose. Exhale, hands to heart. Shift your weight into the right foot. Draw the left foot in. Tree pose on the opposite side, finding whichever variation and depth that's appropriate for you today. Slowly point the knee towards the front. Right hand to the outside of the knee, left arm reaches back. Taking your gaze to the left hand makes it more challenging. Lift through the pelvic floor. Exhale, slowly lowers everything down. Feet are hip width apart. Inhale, reach the hands high. Lift the heels off the ground. Exhale, hands to heart. Sink your hips to your heels for balancing squat. If this causes issues with your knees, leave this out of your practice. Fold forward instead. Nice tall spine reaching through the crown of the head. Keeping the legs parallel with one another. Exhale, twist to the right. Pause for a breath. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Pause for the breath. Inhale back to center. Flowing from side to side. Pausing for the breath in the twist. Inhale back to center. Inhale to stand tall. Reach your hands high. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Ground the palms. Step or hop your feet back to plank. Pausing in plank, whichever variation. Where your elbows are on the ground if this is not appropriate for your wrists. Maybe knees to the ground. If the hip is up in the air. Drop down to the knees. Make your way into a seated position. Legs extended straight out in front of you. Moving into L-sits, which can be quite challenging. If you're a beginner at L-sits, if you've never seen them, you may want to use blocks or books. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, roll the shoulders forward. Press into the block. You want to make sure the palm is in the center of the block and not on the front of it. You don't want the block to roll. Press into the block, trying to lift the hips off the ground. Holding for as many breaths as you can. Inhale, lower back down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, roll the shoulders, press into the blocks, lift the hips. Maybe you're able to lift the heels at the same time for full sits. If you're trying to lift the heels and it's just not happening, maybe you cross the legs. Taking out the long lever can make it a little bit more accessible. One more time. When you're done, set the blocks off to the side. Hands are behind you. Deep breath in. Exhale, press into the heels and palms, lifting the hips. Reverse plank. If this is too much for you today, bend the knees, feet flat to the floor, reverse table. Exhale, slowly lower the hips down. Bending the knees, feet flat to the floor. Draw the knees and feet together. Holding underneath the knees, or behind the knees rather. Lengthen through the spine. Exhale, rolls the shoulders back, opening the chest. Lean your weight back, hovering your feet off the ground for boat pose. You want to be lifting up through the pelvic floor. If it's available, maybe lifting the shins parallel to the ground or even straightening the legs, as long as the spine doesn't round. My spine rounds when I extend the legs, so I keep them bent. I extend the arms to add a degree of difficulty. Maybe even raising the arms overhead to make it that much more challenging. Exhale, slowly lower everything down. Feet flat to the ground. Hands behind you, gently rock the knees from side to side. You may find some rope-like muscles in the glutes. If you do, use the ground to roll them out. And slowly coming to center. Extend the legs long, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, tuck the chin to the collarbones and lean the body forward. Once you're as far forward as you can get, round the spine, trying to draw the forehead to the knees or belly button. Caterpillar pose. A full spinal stretch. Letting gravity slowly take over as you slowly release all your weight forward. If you not feel anything of a stretch along the spine, you're ready to lift the arms, adding gravity into the shoulders. If you still don't feel anything, you're ready to interlace the fingers, draping them on the back of the head, and very slowly and mindfully releasing the weight of the arms to the head. Inhale, slowly unravel the spine. Exhale to roll to your back. Once fully laying down, draw the right knee into the chest, interlace the fingers around the knee, and create small circles, clockwise and counterclockwise. Place the left hand to the outside of the knee. Exhale, pull the leg over the body, rolling onto the left hip, and extend the right arm out to your side into a twist. Let go of tension on the exhale. Inhale back up to center. Extend the leg long. Draw the left knee into the chest. Interlace the fingers around the knee. And create small circles, clockwise and counterclockwise. Slowly coming to center. Place the right hand to the outside of the knee. Exhale, pull the leg over the body, rolling into your twist, and extend the left arm out to your side. Slow, calm, deep breath deep into the belly. Inhale back up to center. Pausing at center, knees bent, feet flat to the floor. Rock the knees from side to side. Coming into a figure four, drape the right ankle over top of the left knee. Maybe drawing the left foot closer to the glute and even pressing the right hand to the right thigh. Or reaching both hands behind the left thigh, pulling the knee in tight. You want the spine to be flat to the ground. Try to relax through the right hip as much as you can. If you have greater flexibility, maybe reaching to the front of the shin. Or even pulling the right heel down towards the left hip. This will work in any variation that you're in. Slowly and gently releasing the legs, uncrossing the ankle and moving to the opposite side. Maybe drawing the right foot in, maybe pressing the left hand to the left thigh, or reaching both hands behind the right thigh or to the front of the shin. Keep in mind that one side may be different than the other. Slowly and gently releasing the legs. Draw the knees into the chest, reach your hands in between the knees, grabbing the shin. Allow the legs to drop open like a book, opening through the inner thigh. If you want to get deeper, slide the hands to the ankles or move into happy baby. If neither of those variations are good for you, you can switch your arms to the outside, pulling the knees apart away from one another. If you want to go deeper into happy baby, you're opening the soles of the feet to the sky. You're letting the knees sink towards the armpits. You're either holding the outside blade of the foot or peace fingers holding onto the big toe. Whichever depth you're in, try to press the tailbone into the ground. Slowly and gently release the legs. Hold the knees, gently rock from side to side or create small circles. Take whatever final adjustments you need. Prep yourself for our final resting pose. Making your way to Shavasana, into a seated position for a seated meditation, or any other posture that calls your name. And one settled eyes gently closed. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. Drawing awareness to the body and breath. Sending the breath to where you hold tension. Exhale to consciously let it go. If there's emotions stored in the body, in the heart, or the belly, the same thing applies. Inhale for positivity. Exhale to let go of negativity. Allow the breath to nurture you. Allow the breath to heal you. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. Invite small movements into the body, wiggling fingers and toes, rolling into wrists and ankles, and gently rocking the head from side to side. Inviting bigger and bigger movement into the body. Maybe reaching your hands and feet away from one another, or bending the knees, feet flat to the floor, rocking the knees from side to side, or pulling the knees into the chest to create small circles. And when you're ready, letting the knees roll to one side, making your way into a seated position, taking these last few moments for a practice of gratitude, staying here for as long as you want, even if we end. For this practice of gratitude, finding just one thing to be grateful for, no matter how big or small. Drawing gratitude into the heart. Inhale, hands high. Exhale, hands to heart. With love and light from my heart to yours. Namaste. Thank you all. Have a wonderful day and weekend.
Thanks for joining, guys. You're very welcome. Hope you enjoyed the class.